Hi BookTube, I'm here with my fourth video for the Canada Reads 2015 selections, and if you don't know, Canada Reads is a competition set up by the CBC where they take 5 well-known Canadians and ask them to defend 5 Canadian novels or books, and it's kind of like a competition where they, vote books off, and the winning book is the book that they think every Canadian should read. And the theme for this year is actually a book to break barriers. And in this video I'll be discussing The Inconvenient Indian, a curious account of Native people in North America by Thomas King. This book will be defended by Craig Kielburger. So a basic summary of the book, it's an overview of the history of North American Indians, basically from European contact to almost present day, because it was published in 2012, so it's not exactly, present day. It's mostly concentrating on issues surrounding assimilation and land rights. And I could make this video a whole history of white people doing wrong things to Native people, but I really think you should just read the book for yourself, regardless of if you're Canadian or not, because it encompasses all Native people of North America, because there were no borders, between, Canada and the US, between them, So I don't want to go into it and talk about what's in the book, because I really don't want to go on a tirade. I am very passionate about these topics, so I'll just give you my thoughts. I found that he really infused the history with a lot of wit and humor, and it actually made it easier to read. And I don't mean that in the topic was easy to read about, but that the writing was easy to read. Because if the topics addressed in this book are easy to read for you, then you aren't really understanding what is being said. This book really should, I feel, get you angry and passionate and eager to learn more about Native history. I think he really does a good job in presenting arguments that would go against what he's trying to say and then kind of proving them wrong. I think that really enforces an argument when you're able to do that. He breaks things down really well for you and presents them in such a way that anyone reading this can understand that the past affects the present in such a way that we can't let bygones be bygones, that in order to understand, present day Native issues, you have to understand the past. My only problem with this book being on Canada Reads this year is that it is nonfiction. And it deals with barriers, which is the theme, breaking barriers, in a very straightforward fashion. I really think it's fair in a competition like this. And I personally think that only fiction and memoir should be included in Canada Reads, because they are more subjective. Because objective factual books are obvious in what they're trying to present and argue, and I think there's little room for interpretation of what's going on in the book, because it's, here's me handing you history, like, there's nothing much you can do with it except look at it and understand it. And I don't think it really fits in with the format of the competition. I wouldn't be disappointed at all if this won, but I really would rather have a fictional book win Canada Reads, because I think that's more of what Canada Reads is about that kind of subtle nudging at things instead of numbers and history. Yeah. So let me know down below if you've read The Inconvenient Indian and what you thought of it, and remember to keep on reading. Hey! You might want to check out Pickle's Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and other social media links in the description bar underneath.